So I'm here just outside of Portland in the incredibly picturesque Columbia River Gorge, and I'm going to be catching up with a couple who have set out on an incredible all-electric expedition. It's 10 weeks ago, Chris and Julie Ramsey started an epic journey in an electric car, something that has never even been attempted before. 17,000 miles, 14 countries over 10 months. They've already had to overcome challenges. No doubt there will be more to come. And the car they've decided to do it in, a specially modified Nissan Ariya. Look at this. Wow. Look at this.
Going?
This is unbelievable. To see you.
It's great to see you, man.
This is awesome.
Good to see
Hey,
you.
how are you?
Hi.
Well, I have so many questions.
You like it?
It's awesome. It's so cool. So, as far as road trips go, I think you're giving a new lease of life to the phrase. I mean, it doesn't really get much more epic than what you guys are doing.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at the car, we've done everything you shouldn't do to an EV to affect its range. We've done it. And pole to pole is kind of the biggest expedition that's ever been done by an automotive vehicle. I mean, it's just insane. So we can't get any more crazy, I guess, than what we are doing now.
We're in a really interesting time now, aren't we?
Yeah.
With the discussion of EVs and the mass adoption to electric mobility, but also with the reasons why it's important, climate change. You know, what do you hope to achieve from an expedition like this?
Well, I was saying, I mean, I'm massively captured by, or kind of, adventure really kind of captures my heart and my imagination, and that's how I got into this. This is why I got into this, because we love to travel as a couple, and then combining that with our passion for electric vehicles, it was a way to kind of connect with people, because this car connects us with so many people. As we travel through, you know, Canada, US, everybody kind of is just mesmerized by the car. Yeah, exactly.
I've looked at all of the images, I've watched all the videos you guys have been putting up. It's so much bigger in person. I love it.
They are hard to miss, aren't they?
It's the first thing people talk about, isn't it, when they see the cars? Like, those tyres are huge.
And so these are BF Goodrich 39-inch KO2 tyres, and they're running on about 17-inch rims. And the idea behind these, having such big tyres and small rims, is in the Arctic, we would have to run anywhere between 4 to 10 psi of tyre pressure. You think everybody runs maybe 25, 30 psi in their home tyres, we're running 4 to 10. And the idea behind that is to get good traction in deep, thick snow, but also when we're on the sea ice and in lakes and ponds and various things, we don't know in some cases the ice thickness. So by having small tyre pressure, it means it displaces all this 2.5 tons of weight.
Okay, so what else can you show me? I'm looking at what you could call your hotel room.
Yep, so on top of the car here we have our rooftop tent box. That has been a delight, hasn't it? It's allowed us to kind of lie flat at night, and yeah, the car, before we were sleeping in the car, so it's given us a lot of respite being in the rooftop tent, and it's so easy to erect and put back up, down and up, and yeah, it's just been amazing.
And it's like literally, it's like, this is our hotel. This is our hotel on wheels. Yeah. So sleeping there, now we upgrade to there. It's just great to be able to lie flat.
The other thing I don't know if we should mention is that the Ariya performed amazingly in the Arctic.
Wow.
Yeah. We punished the car in the Arctic.
When we came out of the Arctic, we got it checked out, because obviously we're going on public roads, we want to make sure it's safe. So we got it checked out by a local garage, and they found basically a bent washer. And when you think, running on stock suspension, you know, we've put it through a terrain where people build vehicles with custom suspension. So it's just incredible.
So yeah, so like I say, testament to EVs, testament to the build of the car. Yeah, it really did amazingly, and the whole team was just surprised at how amazing the car performed.
I expected, I mean, look, in any vehicle, no matter what I'd be in, I'd expect some form of issue, even a suspension or springs or something to go. Yeah. Nothing.
You're dispelling multiple myths there.
Yeah.
That EVs can not only drive in the cold, they can off-road, and they can do it in the Arctic as well. So the next time somebody says you can't drive an EV in the UK winter, you can say, I've got something to show
precisely,
you.
Precisely.
That's the thing, it shows it in a captivating way. Yes, as I say, we go to the extreme, but if we go at the extreme, it gives people those answers.
What else can you show me? Because I've heard, well, I don't want to call it a rumour, but I've heard that you're kitted out to have this trunk be a few different things.
So the rumours are true. My coffee machine.
Oh yes, love that.
So I've got my coffee machine, so we can make a nice coffee in the morning or in the evening, however we're feeling. But
He gets grouchy if he doesn't get his coffee.
Well, I hear him. I hear that. I hear that.
I can't argue, to be honest with you. I can't. And then in here we've got, so we don't have to convert all our UK devices. We've got a bunch of 3-pin plugs, a whole bunch of USB ports, so we can charge things, we can power things, namely the coffee machine, of course. And then in here we can store things like electronic devices and things. We've got a weather station screen there as well. And then one of the things we have is over here is the router, so that we're in the Arctic and Antarctica, so we can keep connected with the world and we can share our journey and share what's going on and share videos. We have a Thales and Iridium satellite system which goes up on the roof, and that's the router that powers that, so it gives us Wi-Fi basically, because everybody needs Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah.
So it gets Wi-Fi up in the Arctic and Antarctica.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Is there anything else you can show us on the car?
The only other thing, I mean, the main element, and I don't want to get you dirty, so yeah, but is underneath. We have a full protection plate, so there's a subframe built underneath the car, and with a full aluminium protection plate running right the full length of the car. So that protection plate runs under there, protects the battery, protects the charger, protects the motors, protects everything underneath there, and it's done a great job because we've tested it.
What an incredible vehicle. I would love to get an experience of it. How do you feel about giving me a ride into the city?
I think we should go for it.
Yes.
Let's go.
Thank you. Oh, nice.
Welcome on board
The expedition wagon.
area.
Welcome to our hotel.
Well, the first thing I have to say, now sitting inside the expedition vehicle, is you sort of assume that it would be like roll cages, everything stripped out, bare minimum. I must say it's actually quite luxurious.
Yeah.
The fact that everything's standard as well, you know. We did take out the seats, didn't we, for the Arctic?
Yeah.
But we've put them back in again. Other than that, it's just a standard Aria interior inside.
Which is going to be hugely beneficial for like the majority of the road driving that you've got. You know, the whole coming down the whole of North America and South America is all going to be on a road, so the extra luxury is great.
It's got to be comfortable. You know, it's got to be suitable for basically our life.
Yeah.
And living, that's the optimum word, isn't it? Because it's not just about driving it. You're sleeping either in or above in the roof tent. This is your home for 10 months.
Yeah, and all our belongings are in this car as well.
To think we're not going to be back home until 2024.
I know. It's crazy.
Is that a concept that kind of blows your mind a bit? You think that it's actually still so much further left, or are you really focused now just on completing the journey?
Focused on completing it. I think for me, I'm focused on completing it, but it's focusing on the next stage. So it's kind of like, for me now, we're traveling down the West Coast, so I'm focusing on the West Coast, what we're going to do, you know, planning a charging infrastructure. And I kind of take then, when we're going to then go to Mexico, and then I'll get closer to Mexico and I'll take that stage next. I'm going to go right now. I have a route, we have charging infrastructure kind of mapped, but that's when I then start thinking more about Mexico deeper as we're kind of hitting it.
10 weeks into a 10-month journey, you've obviously covered a lot of ground already. You've had some experiences, but what experiences are you most looking forward to that are still to come? Or maybe even what things are you slightly apprehensive about?
I'm looking forward to everything. It's hard to pinpoint one specific thing, and every day is different. You know, you do not know who you're going to bump into, you do not know who you're going to meet. Sometimes you don't even know what you're going to eat, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, just, it's hard to pinpoint, but just all of the above of what I've just said.
We're heading into Portland to speak with Dylan Riviera, Information Officer with the Portland Bureau of Transportation, to find out how the city is embracing an electric future.
Dylan, thank you so much for giving us your time and allowing us to talk to you about all things electric mobility. First of all, it would be great to know what the wider relationship with Portland as a city and sustainability is. How far does it go back?
Generations of Portlanders back to the 50s and 60s were trying to preserve our beautiful rivers and mountains, forests and waterfalls, and since then it's really been about making our cities greener and cleaner through buildings, and sustainability and sustainable transportation has really been at the forefront for recent generations of Portlanders.
Awesome to hear. So how has that transpired into electric mobility? What sort of developments have been made in the city?
Yeah, so we've been working on bicycle use and reducing emissions in many ways and increasing public transit for a long time. And along with that, we're trying to make our vehicles more electric, starting with our public space.
It's just awesome. Like behind us here is one of the 12 bridges in Portland. It's the Tulicum Bridge, and like I said, it's just zero cars, right? It's just trams and buses and pedestrians and cyclists. It's brilliant. It's just so refreshing to see your city do so much for e-mobility and just being being sustainable as possible. So we absolutely love it. But what do you see is the future for Portland? How can, you're already doing so much, can you improve, and what's the future for Portland and e-mobility?
Yeah, so it's getting more uptake and more access to more electric mobility, electric vehicles, electric scooters, electric bikes. We've got a critical mass. We want more access in more neighborhoods. Portland is the center of transportation innovation in America. It really is. We're the most innovative city when it comes to transportation, whether it's biking, walking, scooters, shared mobility, and electric vehicles too. And we're really excited to have Formula E in Portland, and pleased to see them here, and hope to have them again in coming years. And hopefully together Portland and Formula E can show America and show the world what's possible with a more green energy future and sustainable transportation for everyone.
Well said.
Fantastic.
Definitely, yeah, well said.
So just one last stop to make, the Formula E track at Portland International Raceway, to give Chris and Julie the chance to see Formula E Gen 3 cars in the flesh.
The big boy.
Hello guys, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Let me introduce you to Chris and Julie from Pole to Pole.
Hi Chris,
Hey,
nice
Sasha,
to meet
how you
you.
doing?
Hello,
Hi,
how are
nice
you?
to meet you.
How are you? You good?
Hi Norman, nice to meet you.
So I've had the privilege of spending the whole day with these guys, checking out the car. It's so cool, as you can see. So much to learn. I want to leave you to it. Just ask away because, oh my God, it's just amazing.
Well, I've got a lot of questions.
Go.
Let's go check it
Let's
out.
see.
Let's go.
Let's see a bit of everything.
We will go, the reason why the big tread and the small kind of rims is we'll go from anywhere in the Arctic. We start at 10 psi of tyre pressure,
10 psi?
and we will go down to about 4.
No.
Yeah.
So
it's
the
like-
idea
How is
behind
the tyre not sliding?
No, it's actually extra grip.
So, what's that?
That is our rooftop tent box.
This is where you guys are sleeping in tonight, right?
We didn't sleep with this in the Arctic, Phil.
Okay.
You know, this was only on when
Okay.
we only put this on when we reached Vancouver in Canada. So for the rest of the Americas and here, yeah, this is it.
Oh, it's not bad, yeah.
Yeah.
That's more than a 3-star hotel.
It's very roomy inside. It's got a good mattress.
Wow.
Room
Room service as well?
Yeah.
Room service.
Oh man, it's huge.
Mais il y a de la place, hein?
I love it. You see?
Mais c'est long,
It's
space,
huge.
in fact.
This is so cool.
Oh, okay, yeah. It was not a joke, the coffee machine.
No,
I
no.
thought it was a joke.
That's so cool.
Oh, yeah, it's
There we
because
go.
of the, don't
Automatic
touch,
boots.
yeah, you have the automatic
Oh, no
boots.
way.
You have it
I've
on
never
your
had
car.
this before.
On Qashqai, you have it as well.
Nissan technology. So, I'm gonna show you our car this time. We've seen yours. It's a very different. Of course, the size of the tires will be very different.
A bit lower as well.
A little bit lower. Our top speed is about, well, 320. This weekend, I think we will be reaching 290, maybe 300 kph. So it's a very quick electric car. We've got your own logo here.
I know.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
This is so cool. I cannot believe this. I'm excited to be here in the first place and meet you guys, but
Hopefully we can achieve the pole, as you were
yeah,
saying earlier. You know?
exactly.
Love it. Thank you for that.
No
Freshly
problem.
made from the back of the RS.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I mean, I've got to say, first of all, it's been incredible to catch up with you both to begin with.
It's been great to see you.
But to learn about the journey you're on, it's been unbelievable. You've got so much adventure still to come, and I wish you the best of luck. I'm going to be following
so much.
every single mile
Yeah.
from here on to the end, and I implore everybody watching to do exactly the same. Follow these guys on social media, keep up to date with it, because it's an incredible adventure, and the experiences you're going to have are going to be second to none, and the work you're going to be doing to promote these amazing machines, again, second to none. So cheers to that,
Thank you so
guys.
much. Cheers, Saunders.
Cheers. And the coffee's good.
Yeah,
Even
of course
better.
it is.
Love it.